What's up everybody and welcome back to An Idiot's Road to Chesney. We are on episode number 52 and as you can see we've got almost 1.4 million coins. This is just before FUT Champs started, or rather this is on just after awards came out on Thursday, and the first thing that I wanted to do was buy a UCL Alex Telles. It was someone that I've been eyeing up for a while regardless of changing my squad and everything like that, because I've been using Alexandro. Really like Alexandro. 10 out of 10 would recommend Alexandra to you guys, especially because his price is probably crashing. Let me just check for you guys to tell you guys how much he's actually cost at the moment. Alexandro right now on the PlayStation, which is where I am on, is 100k, so he hasn't crashed too much. I sold mine for 120 with the logic that I would buy this Telles for cheaper than bought Alexandro. He's probably going to be just as good. Spoilers, he is just as good. I've used him quite a lot now. I really like him. And he's actually going to get an upgrade as well. So I think Porto are basically guaranteed to go through the Champions League group stage. So he's going to become 87 rated. He's not going to go down, or he shouldn't go down too much in the Black Friday market crash, if that even really is a thing. Because so many people predicted this year. I'm not sure players like Alexandro are going to crash too much because everyone's going to buy them back then. But that is a story for another time. My logic was Sandro might crash, Telles won't because he'll be out of packs, and he's actually going to get an upgrade. So we picked one up eventually for 105,000 coins. I can actually tell you that he did actually go down in price a little bit more, but this was me buying it to be ready to go at the weekend league. If I'd have bought it now, which is like Saturday evening, I think he's about 95k, so probably because I got him about 10k cheaper, maybe 99, I can't remember, I checked his price before. He's just under 100k anyway. I bought him for just over 100k, but I have currently played 20 games of mine, so don't mind too much. The next thing we needed to do was grab a Gareth Bale for the Bale team, and we're just checking his price, and this one popped up on the hour for 372,000 coins. I looked at it for a second and I was like, it's the only one. Okay, I'll buy it. Turns out it was an absolute bargain. He was costing about 400,000 coins, and he's gone down a little bit to about 390, 385, but still 372 is an absolute bargain, which basically kickstarted us off. Like, we could have obviously kept our team the same with the Telles, even though we sold them all, so we definitely couldn't have. But you know what I mean? That getting Bale was the first person for the new team, if that makes sense, because Telles would have just slotted into the old one anyway. I mean, we were using Felipe Luis when we played against Reeve. Anyway, Bale set us on the path to the new squad, and the first player after Bale for the new squad that we picked up was my boy Talisca, who's already scored an absolute banger of a free kick for me. I don't know if it'll be in this video because there's like I said, I've played 20 games with this team already. I'm not going to show you guys all 20 of them. I think I've got one to show you in a minute, and then we'll talk about, I'm going to show you the team, and then I'll show you where, you can see I've got loads of coins, and you'll see in a second that I don't. As I pick up a man, I maybe could have just about afforded the Messi and Coutinho, but I'm not too sure because I still had to buy Casemiro. He ended up costing me about 35,000 coins. Mane cost me, I think, what was that? Was that just under 100? I wasn't looking properly. In fact, I've got it right in front of me here. Mane cost me, he cost me 64. Jesus Christ! I was tempted to treat myself to the second Mane, the informed Mane, but I didn't. But there you go, 759k. That team, this team, if we go to live, that is the team, and enjoying it quite a lot. Like, if I hadn't have bought Mane, I would have had 810,000 coins. Messi currently at the moment, bear in mind that it'll be a little bit cheaper because prices have come down a little bit, is 815,000 coins. So we could have bought Messi, but we mightn't have been able to afford Coutinho. I suppose we could have sold some stuff from our club maybe, but at that point we didn't really have much in our club. We were kind of liquidated with all of our coins. Maybe we could have just about bought Lionel Messi and Coutinho, but I didn't go for it. I kept the coins rather than being literally penniless and invested them in some stuff. So that's why you guys are going to see in a second that I don't actually have that many coins. I'll show you guys a clip of what else I've been up to. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a quick little run through of the team. We're going to show you guys what else I've been doing in between FUT Champs. I'll then show you guys my first game with the team. I will come back and talk a little bit more live about the squad. And some of you guys keep asking me about my custom tactics and stuff like that. And we'll talk about potential other ways to go with the team as well. Because I'm not sure whether I actually want to do the Messi one, or I'm not sure whether I want to do the Messi one straight away. So we'll come on to that, and you guys can help me decide which way to go for first. But first of all, just a very generic overlook of the team. You guys obviously know that we've had Edison for quite a while now, 88 games. We've had Mounier for 122. He's absolutely sick. Thiago Silva 122 as well, because we picked up Mounier to go with the Thiago Silva. Ronquinho's coming in a little bit later. 86, but really like him. He's never scored a goal for me, which is pretty tragic, but he's only 6 foot. Thiago Silva scored 1. Brilliant. So maybe in the next like 40 games, Marquinhos will get his first goal. Thiago Silva actually got his first goal for me in this FUT Champs. And then we've got Alex Telles. 20 games, 3 assists. To be honest with you, I don't really attack with him too much. I like him to stay back and stay compact. I've got, when I show you guys my custom tactics, I'm sure most of you know anyway that I play 4-2-3-1. So we've got like 4 guys up front anyway. I don't really need overlapping wingers or wing backs, sorry. So I've got a defensive and a physical. Is that a sentinel? I think it is. Yeah, I've got a sentinel on Telles to give him a boost. He's already got reasonable pace. I was thinking about an anchor, but I went for sentinel for the extra 10 strength and the maxing out his defender stats basically. So it makes him really, really good. And I'm looking forward to seeing how much of it. Because he's at 86, he's only going to get a +1. But I'm looking forward to seeing like how much of a stat increase he gets for that +1. Like they might put his physical up a couple. He might put his passing up a little bit, or his crossing's already 91 to be honest with you. He's a really good player. I really, really like Telles. I would definitely recommend him to you guys. And like I said, Porto are basically guaranteed to go through. Now that I've said that, they probably won't. But they're basically guaranteed to go through and to get an upgrade. Not sure how far they'll get after that once they get out of the groups, but pretty cool. Very nice looking card, and I really, really like him. We've got my boy Talisca back, who's played 20 games for me, got 11 goals and 7 assists, which is pretty sick, especially in FUT Champs. Or most of FUT Champs. We played 15 games of FUT Champs this week, and 5 games before testing the team out and getting used to the players in division rivals before that, but still pretty good. He scored a free kick, which is what we wanted him for. Although Gareth Bale's actually apparently got mental free kicks as well. 87 free kick accuracy. Unfortunately, I don't have a chem style on him that gets him extra passing to get the better free kick accuracy. Whereas I believe, on Talisca, which puts his free kick accuracy up to 99. So that's why I used Talisca for them rather than Gareth Bale. But if we ever do get rid of Talisca, I'm sure Bale can bang them in for me as well. But he's the guy. He's corners is absolutely ridiculous, having 99 free kick accuracy. And what else has he got? Where's the curve? It's that 89 curve, 99 free kick accuracy. Corners are ridiculous. They go exactly on the dot every single time. It's so good. Yeah, I love him, and he links perfectly with Paulinho, who honest to God, I put this on Twitter, and I sounded a little bit mental. I'm sure I did to the people who read it on Twitter, but honestly, I'll 100% believe this. Believe me, after playing, I've played 233 games with them. I played a FUT Champs with Kante last week. I've now played half a FUT Champs with Paulinho again this week. Paulinho is better than Kante. I've just said it. In a 4-2-3-1 or a formation that uses 2 CDMs, so maybe like a 4-2-2 or something like that. Basically one of them formations, Paulinho is a better CDM than Kante. If you're playing 4-1-2-1-2, you want Paulinho as well, because you don't want Kante as the central CDM, you want Fabinho or someone like that. And you don't want Kante as the wide centre mid, he's useless at it. Paulinho. Honest to God, trust me, he's absolutely sick. Look at his stats. 70 pace, 73 pace is alright. 81 shooting, which is good. Like, Kante can't shoot to save his life. He's always getting forward, which I don't mind. Like, I like Paulinho getting forward, but Kante just can't dribble or shoot. He's got 77 passing on his card, but I've got a chem style on to give him plus 10 vision up to 88, plus 15 short passing up to 99, long passing up to 90, crossing, who gives a crap, and curve, who gives a crap. So he's absolutely sick of passing. His dribbling's average, to be honest with you, but it's miles better, and he feels much nicer on the ball again than Kante. It's defended 86 interceptions, 85 marking, 96 standing tackle. Not quite as good, but still very, very nice. And he's got the same stamina, jumping, strength, aggression, maybe even better. Honest to God, he's like 10k. Get him. He's absolutely sick. I love him. He's like the hidden gem of this team. He's so good. When you pair, because you want to pair him up next to a massive CDM, which is what Casemiro is. 89 strength. Oh, okay, I've got a shadow on him. I was like, why is he not going to need physical bonuses? But it's because I've got a shadow on him to get him plus 15 acceleration and plus 10 sprint speed to get to 75 and 74, which is pretty decent to be fair. Like, it's not too bad. He gets about. He's already got 87 defending, but we've got a shadow on him, so he gets like 99 in every defensive stat. He's already got 88 jumping, 87 stamina, 89, 85. You know, he doesn't really need the physical. He benefits a lot more from the extra pace. He's 6'1", he's got a high defensive work rate, a medium attacking work rate, and he's just a massive guy who's just always there doing the defending. And then Paulinho is the link. Whereas when I had Fabinho and Kante, Fabinho's the massive guy just doing all the defending. He's absolutely sick. He's probably better than Casemiro, but Kante is useless at it. I just can't get on board with him at all. Don't get me wrong, Kante when he's defending is incredible, but that's all he does, and that's what you've got this other one for, to do all the defending. You want someone who's they're going to defend, but they're up and down and they link the play. Get yourself Paulinho. 100%. It's absolutely ridiculous. Then got the usual suspects up front. Firmino, always winning my team, to be honest with you. 299 games I've played with him now, and he's scored or assisted 283, which is pretty crazy. I tweeted out before. Do you reckon he can score or assist 17 goals in his 300th game to get a 1.0? Definitely not, unless we go into a beginner squad battles. And then Mane, what am I on about? Kante on the brain, even though Paulinho is better. Mane has made the comeback, and he's absolutely smashing it. 23 goals and assists in the 20 games that I've played with him. Very, very good player. And not looking forward to getting rid of him, I'm not going to lie to you guys. And then, of course, the main man himself, Gareth Bale, 372,000 coins, 20 games, 24 goals, 8 assists. Bale to win. Not pay to win, Bale to win. It's absolutely mental. Now, before I talk to you guys about my custom tactics and what other potential upgrades to this team, or whether we actually want to get rid of Mane or not, let me show you guys what else I've been up to. So, you can see I've been playing squad battles to make sure I can get the FUT swap card. And you also see from that, like I said before, that we've only got 105,000 coins. So you might be wondering where on earth the other, well, 650,000 coins went. So that is something that I'm going to show you guys in a second. Just while we wait for these to refresh, you can see 5-0, 5-0, 5-0, 5-1, chilling in gold one with 14,000 points for the week. Just from AFKing on amateur, like sometimes they do score, but 99% of the time, they don't. It's as simple as that, and you just smash out the points and get yourself some free packs. Anyway, this is where my coins went. As you can see, if we jump back in time, I picked up Diego Costa as picking up a Koke as well, and this was just after I'd opened my own FUT Champs rewards. I bought my squad first because I wanted to try and get that cheap, but this is just after it. And then this live, as you guys can see now, is where they all went. Well, it's this and something else as well, which I'll show you guys, another squad in a second. So this, oh, in fact, they're all basically all down on the bench because I was using these guys to play squad battles. So you can see I've scored 4 goals with Higuain just from using this, rather than using my main team and like ruining their records and stuff. I was using these to do the squad battle games. So anyway, basically because of the Icon SBC that was coming out, and it did come out, and it went away, and it's come back again, and EA have just totally messed it up, and I've told them this, and I just think it's absolutely ridiculous. But we'll come on to that in a second. This Prime Icon set 3, Prime Icon set 1 was expiring Thursday afternoonish, and the new one come out at 6 PM. So I was like, it's expiring, you've got crap loads of these things to get through, they're probably just going to bring the next one out straight away, which they did. I predicted it right, I invested for it, and they just kind of messed it up, to be honest with you. And I know you guys are going to sit here and look at me and think, Andy, why have you invested again? I just enjoy it, to be honest with you guys. It's just fun. Like, the point of this Road to Glory is to have fun at the end of the day, and me just sitting on all my coins and selling all of my stuff and just leaving the coins there while we wait for Black Friday, it's just boring. Let's be honest, it's just boring. So I took a punt and tried to make a crap load of coins, and it didn't work, and I don't care because it was fun looking into who to invest in, hoping for the SBC to come out. It's just all the anticipation of am I going to make coins is far more fun than sitting on 750k and waiting for Black Friday. It's just boring. I can't be bothered with that. So what we did is we bought a Buffon, and in fact we'll check a couple of these guys' prices, but all of them have gone down a little bit. So Buffon, for example, I bought for just over 30k, almost 31. He's 28, so he's took a bit of a whack, to be honest with you. Thiago Silva for 32 is currently worth, now Reeve actually did this much smarter, and I should have done this. Thiago Silva's 30k. Now, he invested before he opened his FUT Champs rewards. That was the smart thing to do. I did it the wrong way around because the prices he got his for are what they've now dropped back down to. So he's fine, he's broke even. I haven't, I've lost a little bit. We got Benatia. Basically what I've done is this team is called Linkers, but we've actually changed some of the players so it isn't quite, I'll try and put it back to what it was. It was Koke in here. Centre back, I think should, if we got one, I don't know if we had a centre back. I can't, basically the logic of this was that, oh there we go, there was a Felipe Luis that should be chilling here. I can't remember, we had, oh Thiago Silva, of course, he's disappeared somewhere. It doesn't really matter, oh Thiago Silva's over the side. It doesn't matter. Basically, the logic of this was that the high-rated players, when an SBC comes out, that you need to use to build an SBC, the ones that go up in price the most, and you guys can take this tip for Black Friday and whenever you want to invest yourself, the ones that go up the most are the ones that also link to other high-rated players, because it's very rare that they give a high-rated squad where you need 30 or 50 chem, and you can just put anyone you want in. It's usually about 75 or 80, as you guys can see from the icon SBCs. So, players, for example, like Saul, Diego Costa, and Koke, they all get a perfect link to each other. And it's so easy to get chem using these guys. And then you can pick a random Iniesta or something like that. Well, I mean, Iniesta links to them, so that's a pretty crap example. But a random 87 who's dead cheap but links to no one, throw him in next to them. Sacrifice like 5 chem on him, but it's fine because the others all get perfect chem off each other. So that is why I picked up these guys. There's some of them missing because I've messed about with the squad to fiddle around and play squad battles, and they were running out of fitness and stuff like that. But you guys can basically see what's going on. We've got Muller and Kimmich. We have got Thiago in there as well with them guys for the Bayern stuff. I've got Pereiro for with the Spanish guys. I've got Icardi and Higuain just because they're Italian and linked together and they're both high rated and they both don't really cost any coins. Picked up a Pepe, who's probably the only one who hasn't gone down in price actually, because for some reason one of the cheapest 86s on the game is Scream Pepe. So let me see how much he's worth at the moment. Yeah, he's gone up. He's like the only one because he's not in packs at the moment and nobody bloody uses Scream Pepe. So anyway, that's what we did. We had this squad called Linkers and we had this squad called Cheap. So these were the cheapest players. As you can see, there's a couple of crossovers because I moved them into the other squad and it all got a bit confusing. But basically, these are the cheapest players in their positions or ratings, but they don't really link to anyone too much. Like I said, Higuain links to Icardi as he is up there, but not the greatest. It's not like a perfect link or a strong link. Well, it is a strong link, but it's not like a perfect link to loads of other players like Koke and Saul and stuff, or like Kimmich and Muller and Thiago and yeah, you guys get what I mean. We've got Company for 85. Brahimi doesn't link to anyone, to be honest with you, but he's like one of the cheapest 85s and he's a left winger for 9,800. Iniesta is Spanish, who's pretty good, but he was obviously in a random ass league, so he's in there. We've got Dzeko, we've got Rakitic, Navas. To be honest, there's quite a lot of of La Liga players in there. There is a Serie A goalkeeper down there, but not too many strong links with other sick ones. So that's why them guys are in there. And we had all of the linker ones chilling on the other squads, but I've kind of messed it up by playing squad battles with it. So I can just give you guys a quick little run through of here. We got Handanovic and Buffon. We obviously use these guys. Thiago Silva, Higuain, Icardi, Iniesta, Navas, Rakitic. We use Firmino and Ederson. We use Mane, Verratti, Pjanic, Otamendi, Thiago Muller, Pereiro, Benatia. Use Paulinho, Kimmich, Saul, Brahimi. There's loads of them. There's absolutely loads of them. And then we packed this Rabiot later on, and yeah, that's where all my coins went. Plus some dupes on my transfer list, which you guys can see here, as well as a crap load of squad fitnesses to try and do the lazy buyers method. So if you flick past these, you can see them. Okay, so there's where I've got some coins back. This is a bit of a spoiler for tomorrow's episode from doing the Sancho SBC, and I've invested it in these guys when the SBC comes back. I'll show you that probably tomorrow. Then got some dupes of some of the cheaper ones like Iniesta and Muller and stuff like that, which is kind of crapped on me. And then Kagawa is a very good example of a player who's useful but doesn't link to anyone, which is why he doesn't go up, which is why Saul and people like that and Muller are much better to invest in. Anyway, right. Now that that's out the way, what we'll do is we'll come back in a second and I'll show you guys my custom tactics and who I'm thinking of picking up next. But very quickly, let's just watch the first game that I played with my new squad. So we came up against this squad with a player of the month Aubameyang and Lucas, Fernandinho, Sanchez, Van Dijk, and Van Pickford, that Marcus Alonso, Sané, Kyle Walker, Eric. You guys can see the players. It's a good team. It's got a good Prem team. And this is our first game of our new squad and we were hoping to get off to a victory. So, the first thing that happened with Gareth Bale is he scored from a corner. And I was like, Joe, I really like this guy. He's good at abusing the OP things in this game. That is a good start. That's something I've not done for a while on this game. And I was like, okay, I like it. He's a game winner. He's going to scrape me close wins by abusing game mechanics. That is what Gareth Bale does. He's very, very, very good. And you can see here, Mane getting off to a flyer as well. Some beautiful work from him. Cuts it back to who else but Gareth Bale to bag himself a goal. It was actually his first goal because the other one counted as an own goal for some reason. His face didn't come up on the pitch. And I was like, oh, that's a bit weird. And then when I checked it afterwards, it was because it was an own goal. But bagging himself his second goal of the game, which is actually unfortunate that it was only his first on because he then did this. Absolutely ludicrous player. And that would have been a hat-trick on his debut, but unfortunately, before he could get the hat-trick, this guy rage quit. Yeah, so that's a brief flash of what Gareth Bale can do. You guys will see more of that tomorrow in tomorrow's episode and how I've been getting on in FUT Champs. For now, I'm just going to quickly show you guys my custom tactics and what I am potentially going to do to this team. So, custom tactics for you guys who are always asking. I play 4-2-3-1, pressure on heavy touch, balance width and depth, for the defensive style, and they've got a balanced attacking build-up, quite narrow, with a few players getting into the box, but not going mental and having all four. We've got, I don't even know what these do, to be honest with you. I'm not going to lie, the bottom two doesn't seem to do bloody anything. So yeah, that's the way we play. We then, this is the important part, we have Bale at striker, Talisca on the centre, Mane on the left wing, or left cam, Firmino on the right cam, who's currently our weak link. He doesn't fit playing there at all. Casemiro and Paulinho, and yeah, the usual defence. We've got Paulinho just on balanced, and he just does whatever he wants, and set to cover centre, of course, that is the most important part. Casemiro is on stay back, like I said, he's the big guy who's just there doing the defending. Talisca's on stay forward, Mane and Firmino are on balanced everything, and Gareth Bale is on getting behind. Simple as that. We have Talisca on all of the dead balls. Telles is actually on the corners because that way it doesn't mess it up when I sub Talisca off because he hasn't got the greatest stamina. So it always starts with Telles on it because he's like the secondary kick taker. And if Talisca's on the pitch, I switch it and put him on it. And if it's after like the 70th minute, Telles takes it instead. Bale on pens, Talisca on free kicks, Thiago Silva's the captain. And then we've got a couple of other ones. This one is a 4-1-2-1-2. That's a little bit more attacking, fast build-up, pressure on every touch still. Gareth Bale and Firmino up front, Paulinho, Talisca in centre mid, Casemiro CDM. Getting behind, mixed attack, Mane to stay forward, and this is kind of when we're struggling to break someone down, but I don't use that too much, I'm not going to lie to you guys. If we're properly losing the game and need a goal, we do have one that's set up to 4-2-4, which is pretty mental. Crazy depth up to madness, where we're basically playing on the halfway line, constant pressure, it just go wild. We don't really use that one either. I mostly just use this one, to be honest with you guys. And then the ultra defensive one is the same thing with my 4-2-3-1. But with the depth really far back, fast build up, a little bit wider to poof it down the wings, and basically just park the buses what this one is. We've got everyone set on stay back, cover the fence, stay back, stay back, stay back. He's on stay forward for counter attacks, and the two wingers are on come back on defense as well. So that's how we've got ourselves set up. If you guys have been wondering about my custom tactics, definitely would recommend, like I said, having a massive CDM and a box-to-box midfielder next to him. Obviously, don't go putting like Talisca centre mid or Cam or something like that. That's ridiculous. But someone like Paulinho, he's the guy. Paulinho's the guy. You're head of your first. Get him in your squads. Anyway, how can we change this squad? What could we do to upgrade it? Obviously, we've got Messi and Coutinho can come in just there, which is very, very nice. And then if I copy this squad, just so I can fiddle about with it without messing it all up. This squad is actually called Messi as well, which is pretty funny because it hasn't got Messi in at all. And we might even get him first. If I go to copy Messi and change it to a concept squad. If we switch to 4-3-2-1, we can quite comfortably get rid of Firmino and Mane. And then what this allows us to do is to bring in, this is crazy. So we could obviously do the Messi and Coutinho one like I showed you guys. Nedved, yeah, icon Nedved, he's actually cheaper. The baby one's cheaper than Messi, which is pretty crazy. And he looks ridiculous. And then any La Liga player, central La Liga player who can play out on the wing. So I'm thinking Griezmann could be a good shout. Play him right attacking mid, cut in on his left foot. Play Nedved left attacking mid, cut in on his right foot. 5-star weak foot, 4-star skills, ridiculous stats. You should see his stats when you stick a sniper on him to give him shooting and dribbling. He's absolutely unreal. So that's something that we could do. And then obviously what we could then do when we get some more coins is bring in Messi as well. So that would be pretty good, and then we can have both of them. And that would be absolutely ridiculous. And then we can think about upgrading the defence. However, I don't know if to do that first and bring in, I'll show you guys, Hierro. Get his 89 one because it costs the same as his baby. And bring in David De Gea. So this is like the end goal of this team at the moment. Me identifying the weak links being Coutinho and also playing against David De Gea and thinking it drives me absolutely bonkers. I'm wanting them myself. That's potentially what we do to change this squad up. It's just basically just in which order. So you could get Messi first and use Coutinho for a while. Or we can get Nedved first and use Ben Yedder or Griezmann or someone like that for a while and then get Messi. Or we can just ignore that, keep Firmino and get Hierro and De Gea. So let me know what you think. That has been quite a long episode actually, considering I'm recording it quite late. So apologies if this is very delayed uploads. We also forgot to do comment of the day, so I'm going to do it at the very, very end. So if you're someone who is comment of the day, you've stuck around to the end, congrats because you finally won. It is Syed Kazmi, who said on Black Friday, invested a crap ton of Chesneys just for the memes. That made me laugh. I think I actually replied to his comment as well. So I did. I already replied, but you commented today as well, mate. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.